Is anyone there? Hello, Nate.
Hello?
Yes, this is Stephen. I'm calling. I'm struggling with my faith. I've been reading books and look, I might as well come out and say it. I think I'm skeptical, and I've been reading these books on fornication. I don't know what to do, man. What are these verses in this Bible? What should I do?
You don't want to take them out of context. You want to read them for just what they say and understand the time period that they were coming from. It was a time period of much...
What if I just...
How should I say it?
What if I just want to get down and, all my friends are and I want to too, you know what I'm saying?
I get it. It's a large temptation to want to leap your way through life.
The Bible literally tells you,
I understand, Stephen. We've all gone through it. Let's work through it together.
It's right there in the Bible. It tells you, I just...
Hey, Stephen, calm down. There's some verses in the Bible that Nate can go over with you, and we can start with Corinthians, right? Right, Nate?
Yeah, that's the best one to start with.
Please, because I can't take it anymore.
Well, look, Nate, let's go into 1 Corinthians. Come on, let's talk.
All right, let's do it.
Go ahead.
Let the husband render unto the wife due benevolence, and likewise also the wife unto the husband. The wife hath not power of her own body, but the husband. And likewise also the husband hath not power of his own body, but the wife. Defraud ye not one the other, except it be with consent for a time, that ye may give yourselves fasting and prayer, and come together again, that Satan tempt you not for your incontinence. I'm sorry, incontinency.
Gotcha. Okay.
Don't want to have incontinence problems.
Is that how you pronounce that word? Because I've been struggling with that word. I got
incontinency. Yes.
Continency. Okay.
It depends. It depends on if you're wearing. Depends.
Look, at the end of the day, if we're going to read out, is it sexual Bible verses? Is that what this is?
Sexy Bible verses.
Is it sexy Bible verses?
Ooh, so sexy.
Because I've always liked Hebrews 13:4. It's always been my go-to.
Hebrews, all right.
Hebrews 13:4. Marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled.
Yes,
But
there you go.
whoremongers and adulterers God will judge.
As they should be. Whoremongers. That's a word that's not used enough now.
It's not used enough. It's really not. Honestly.
I'm trying to work it into my vocabulary.
When was the last time you actually called somebody a whoremonger?
Oh, man. It's been a couple years. I think it was actually, I called my dog a whoremonger the other day.
It must have been up to no good.
She is such a bitch. Female dog. She's
Call him like you see him.
That's what
No,
I say.
seriously, call him like you see him. And by the way, I actually invited Atheist Pastor to this, and he told me he said, Pastor Mike, go fuck yourself. And I was like, what? No, but he
Well,
said,
that's what
no joking
the
aside.
show's about.
And then he sent me a dick pic. And I was like, oh, I got you.
I thought that would go right along with the show.
Those guys down under, mind you, they they
Yeah.
really do have dicks.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's Chris. Chris has got that.
The boomerang. They have the boomerang.
Exactly. It comes right back. It comes right back at you.
Yeah.
That's like a didgeridoo as well when you blow on it.
Was he reading sexy verses from the Atheist Bible tonight?
The Atheist Bible, because he's an atheist. He's an atheist pastor.
He couldn't read these. That would be blasphemous to the Atheist Bible.
And hey, don't get me started on Murder Shed Steve. Murder Shed.
Why?
See the Murder Shed. Let's just say you don't want to go in there with a black light. It's not just plasma you're gonna find in there. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. Other fluids and potentially bed bugs.
Oh, is that what they call them? Bed bugs?
Herpes, bed bugs, whatever.
Yeah, tomato.
Yeah.
Oh, but when it comes to sexual Bible verses, right? Personally speaking, my go-to is Matthew. I'm gonna pull out. I'm gonna whip out Matthew 5:28.
Go for it.
Just
whip it out.
It's gonna whip it out. One of my favorites. And what I really like about it. But I say unto you that
whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her hath committed adultery with her already in his heart.
That's so. Now, tell me, there's nothing more sexy than that.
I mean, did she consent to the look? That's the only thing I need to know. If it was consented, it's the sexiest.
Now we're in the Iron Age. Now we're back in.
So. I was thinking 2018 lusting.
No. 2018.
No.
Nah, not dog. 2018, you got to get that permission. You've got to get that permission in 2018.
Yeah.
You can't go taking it upon yourself. Bronze Age though. Bronze Age?
Well, they had the chastity belts back then, so you could tell if someone was ready or not.
James Brown wrote a song about the Bronze Age. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You got any verses from that song?
From James Brown's song?
Yeah.
No verses from James Brown, but if you want to swing it back around to Corinthians, right?
Oh, are you talking about 1 Corinthians 7:2?
Yeah, that's actually so. When I'm feeling lonely. When I'm feeling lonely and I've got nothing else going on and I'm shit all out of luck, right? And Grumpy's not calling me and he's cussed me out. He's telling me that he's like, Pasta, I'm done.
Is that where you fall back to Jeff, or is he left you high and dry too?
No, at this point, Jeff. Yeah, at this point, Jeff's done with me. Austin's got me on. He's just basically turned his phone off. I'm going to pull out. I'm already knee deep into the book of Corinthians right now.
I would understand why with verses like 1 Corinthians 7:2.
Yeah, I got my Boone's. I got a bottle of Boone's Farm. Open up. I've got that. What's that new Netflix thing? That Brigaton. I got that on
Netflix and chill.
Yeah, I got that.
I thought you meant the.
I got that
Bridget say nowadays.
I got my house shoes on. I'm getting into it. But first, I'm whispering to myself what you're about to read. Here, 7:2. Give it to me.
Nevertheless, to avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife, and let every woman have her own husband.
Oh, definitely. They gotta have their own. Oh, their own.
is what I like.
So if everyone just would have their own husband or wife, they wouldn't fornicate.
G'day, mate.
Look at this guy.
Is
He
the,
came up from down under.
Oh yeah.
is the
I
down
hope everyone's feeling nice and sexy. Because the Bible is damn sexy.
Did you get your sexy atheist Bible verses read for the evening?
Oh, look, it's the Old Testament is the gift that keeps on giving.
That is true. That is so
That is true.
Now, I've only just jumped in, but I'm hoping that no one's read Ezekiel 23:20 yet, because that is the go-to sexy Bible verse.
Well, that's the
Take
gold
it easy,
standard.
Chris. There's children that watch this show, man.
Yeah, that's the gold standard for
Yeah.
sexual Bible verses.
Oh yeah.
You can't take it to the. You want to go to the. We're going into animals now at this point. Goodness me!
I mean, that's
I
one
guess
step above
you
Song
you
of
do save
Solomon.
the best for last. You save the best for last. But I mean, we've got Songs of Solomon. There's just so much sexy in the Bible. I mean, everyone thinks it's this horrible, oppressive book about, all these Bronze Age people that just wanted to, do ridiculously horrible things. But it's sexy. It's basically Penthouse Forum, but for 2,500 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah, I get palpitations when I read that Ezekiel passage.
Oh yeah. Well, all of Ezekiel 23. I mean, Ezekiel 23 is just damn sexy.
Yeah, of all the poor standards of evidence for the supernatural, toss that aside. You want to get heated? You want to get hot in the pants? I'm going to go to Ezekiel every time.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought you were going to go to slavery for a minute and
No,
get a
that's
little warm in the pants.
no.
No? No.
Slave.
Oh, look! Every time I'm trying to get Mrs. Pastor in the mood, it's we
Yeah.
just pull out our King James and get our these and thous on.
Yep. That she says, call Chris up, and I'm like, go ahead. She's like, "Brrr." She just calls him Atlee. She's like, hey Atlee, get after it. He does his Russell
yeah.
Crowe. He does the atheist Russell Crowe for her.
Chris, I have a question. Is that the nickname for your portion down under, King James? You pull out your King James?
Oh yeah, don't we all?
Yeah,
Sometimes if I'm really excited, it's my new King James.
Oh.
Don't say that to actual KJV guys. They'll chop it off, man.
Yeah. That's what the Viagra, I think, the new King James.
That's the one. And as I always say to the to Mrs. Pastor, it's the King James is the only true one you can read.
That's true, and you don't have to get up close to it either. It's like very easy to understand. You can read it from a distance.
It
Yeah,
rolls
it makes
right off the tongue.
It does. It's got a funny way.
It's old and it makes no sense. I mean, just like
Just like Mrs. Pasta.
if she's listening to this, I'll get in trouble for that.
No, she's not allowed. She's we're strict. We're Old Testament rules. So no, she's next week she'll have her privileges back. So
Well, that's all right. I she's probably done something wrong, so I'll just send her outside the city gates for a week or something like that.
yeah, she's lucky she still got her hands. So let's just
You know what? You are right. Absolutely right.
How often does she get stoned at your house?
Not often enough.
Oh.
yeah, Chris and I were scrapping one week. Just a friendly scrap. We were fighting over Heineken and Foster's. Which one's Heineken, obviously. But Chris got his. She grabbed him by his shit. Grabbed him by his kangaroos.
That's King James.
Mm-hmm. I said, Chris, in fairness, you can chop her hand off. And he's like, I'm gonna let her slide this time, Pasta. I'm gonna let her. He said he literally
Down under, we
at
don't
the
put
end
up
of the
with
day, how's she gonna
Yeah.
wash the dishes? And I was like, oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a fair.
You know what? It's so lucky that I'm able to lock the door to my office. It's really, really lucky.
Mm-hmm.
Because there could be some like Old Testament kind of vengeance coming upon me at some point.
Oh,
And I'm not talking the
Oh,
sexy
dear.
kind.
mm-mm.
There'll be some, I'll have to fleeth or something like that.
Fleeth.
Doth shall runneth away.
Chris, why don't you have a stab at Thessalonians 4-3 over here. Look at this guy.
Thessalonians?
I'm just going to have to get myself in the mood here because, I mean, this is going to get me hot and bothered. I just need you to know that. It's going to get me hot and bothered. But for this is the will of God, even your sanctification.
Hell yeah.
Ye should abstain from fornication. That every one of you know how to possess his vessel. Sanctification and honor, not in the lust of concupiscence, even as the Gentiles, which know not God.
No, not God.
Oh yeah.
You gotta cup that sense, you know?
Oh yeah. If you aren't cupping that sense, then you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about, Grumpy. Grumpy old cuss. Huh? What? Fuck you.
I don't know who the fuck that was. That was Grumpy's mom. Grumpy's mom calls in a lot too to the show. I don't know how she hacks the phone system sometimes.
Oh wow. Did she learn that from Grumpy? How to do that?
Everyone knows he's a phone hacker.
Oh, and a ghost hunter.
He's a ghost hunter and a phone hacker.
Yeah.
But Chris has this in Native Indian tattooed on his ankle, this verse.
Oh, don't we all?
Yeah. You'd think he'd have it in Swahili, but no. He chose Native Indian. I'm not sure why.
Well, that's just on the parts of the body that you can see. I mean, it's in other places too, but I'll tell you about that later.
Yeah. Good looking ankles. Chris does have some good looking ankles. He wears a lot of those ankle, the jeans that, kind of show off the ankle a lot, in fairness.
Oh, so no cankles. So he can wear skinny jeans?
Yes. Say what you want about Chris Atlee. Good,
Well, skinny 3/4 all the way.
Svelte guy.
Very svelte, yeah.
Yeah, very svelte.
And if I really want to ham it up, I go the double denim.
Oh.
Ooh.
Hello.
Rock it like it's 1985.
Oh, dear me. Hold on a second. Listen.
Do you ever peg your pants, Chris?
Don't we all?
No. I don't peg. Honestly, I don't peg them. I'm not going to peg them. I'm stacked with it. So, unfortunately, I have the Incredible Hulk thing going on where they just kind of
they're ripped from your thighs down.
Like every jean is a skinny jean. You know what I'm saying?
I thought you had ripped through them, is what you were saying, like Incredible Hulk.
No, somebody came up to me once and said, "Hey, is your ass hungry?" And I was like, "What do you mean is my ass hungry?" And they were like, "It looks like it's eating the back of your chin." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then they're like, "Did a small person, because you can't say midget, did a small person karate chop you in the ass?" And I was like, "Oh, okay," because that's what they said.
Well, if you would have read this verse more, you would have known how to possess your vessel much better.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be getting those comments.
Jeans aren't the best fitting for me. I can't. Yeah. Do
they look like mom jeans, or like what happens?
Yeah, exactly. They do. They really do. So picture like a picture. I don't know, Chris, what you guys have out there in Oz for like your equivalency for like a Walmart?
Kmart and Target.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Okay.
Well, Target, you guys have
there's Big W as well. That's pretty exciting.
Okay. Well, Target over here would be like a slightly upper class. It's a little bit nicer than a Walmart, but a Walmart, you can go in there and you can see some interesting characters. You can some cool looking dudes. Well, in jeans, I look like you're a team, the A team of middle-aged moms that go to Walmart on a Thursday to buy some open box deals on some already marked down TVs. That's what I look like in jeans. So picture that, Chris.
I'm just imagining it now. It's wow, that's
Please don't get too excited, though.
Yeah.
It's too late. It's too late.
Yeah, but I'm atheist, though, so.
Well, that helps. It definitely
Yeah,
helps.
just don't be too, don't judge me too much. But as far as, your sexiest of verses, this one is going to be like, because every relationship I get into, a lot of people will walk up to their future partners or the folks that they're attracted to. They meet them at bars, churches, strip clubs, wherever you go to meet your, as Nate calls them, his victims. Yeah. And mostly it's like some cheesy pickup line. Mine is Exodus 20:14. That's I straight up. And I come in like,
Thou shalt not commit adultery. You want a drink?
that's how I do it. And then we go back and watch some of Bill Cosby's old stand-up routines. He's got some good stuff from the 70s. Yeah, got some good 70s. Like some of his 70s routines are pretty good if you go back and watch some of them. Stuff about like Fat Albert and stuff like that.
Yeah.
This one's a toughie right here.
This is one that I've read a few times and whispered into a woman's ear.
No, you did not.
Yeah.
So if you're whispering that into a woman's ear, I'd be more worried if she stuck around.
She reads the second verse in this, and so it progresses.
It's a role play. It's a back and forth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do it. I'll be 2. You be 1. Go.
Okay. So I get up real close and I'm like, now concerning the things whereof ye wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman.
Nevertheless, to avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife, and let every woman have her own husband. Do we
see how that reverse psychology works?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Now, did you have to get up so close though to me? That's a little bit bothersome.
It's part of the game. It's part of the play.
Yeah, it was a little bit. I felt pressured, to be honest. To be fair, there was a bit of pressure involved, and I feel like I said what I said because of that pressure. I might not. Yeah, I was a little. To be fair, and you're quite menacing up close.
It's the hair.
Did it do it for you? Was that sexy enough for you?
For the opposite. I just want that one nighter. I don't want. I just said all that stuff, just to get your hot breath with me. Yeah.
That one night husband,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The one night husband.
Yeah. I want that. Because in the club, and in the right lights, I'm taking Jay Leno and George Clooney home at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. When everyone's in the club getting tipsy.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
What kind of music do you prefer to listen to when you have these verses read to you?
Oh, I want some like African drums. That's what I want, like a conch drum.
You should always listen to Marvin Gaye while reading the Bible.
Oh, goodness me! Hold the phone.
People were bracing for the end. Hell is where we're all reaching. This clash is all of our ideals.
Some grunts and groans in that.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was thinking.
day. Not in rioting and drunkenness. Oh God, shut the fuck up. Not in the chain burn. And in wantonness. Not in strife and envying. Just show them proof, goddammit.
Well, is it better to pray? Is the question. Is it better to pray?
Do you get on your knees when you do it?
I used to. When I used to pray when I was about 3, it was for the right gifts I wanted for Christmas. To Santa, pray to Santa. I thought that's what you did. I'd be like, please, dear Santa, bring me what I want for Christmas: a bike and a horse. I didn't get either one.
Well, you just weren't praying right then, were you?
Right. Exactly.
You weren't persistent enough.
Yeah.
You were probably within the wrong Santa denomination.
I was.
Everyone knows it's the fourth Church of Santa down in bumfuck Idaho. That's where the true meaning of Christmas is.
Right. I was praying to Father Christmas, and apparently you needed to go to St. Nick and Shalon. Yeah.
I heard Chris Kringle. Chris Kringle is a provider when you pray correctly.
Chris Kringle is what we used to call Atlee back in college when we were going through seminary.
Not the worst thing I was called.
No, definitely not. definitely not. But it wasn't for the likening him to Saint Nick or anything though. Yeah,
more of a sinner than a saint.
Yeah. Now, Chris, you weren't just a Christian. You were like in it to win it.
Oh, I was all in. I was loving me some Jesus.
What about your family? Your whole family was Christian too, right?
Nope. No, I was the black sheep of the family. Raised atheist. Met my wife at church though, so she was a Christian. But we were both. Neither of our families were Christian, so yeah.
Oh, so you're like your mom and dad growing up, or your direct family were not.
Nope. Christian. No. We technically, when we filled out the census, we ticked the Christian box, the Church of England. But no, I think I got taken to church a couple of times when I was a kid. Got kicked out of Sunday school. That was fun. The first time I was there for asking too many questions, which probably was a sign of things to come.
Right.
But no, I did the whole born again thing as an adult. I'm embarrassed to say.
Really? Oh, now, what was it? What was the lure?
Community.
Yeah.
Yeah, stack of people all of a sudden were being friendly. I could hold a bit of a tune, so they sort of got me up into worship ministry, and every week I got to stand on the stage and sing, and it was a bit of a pretty good ego kick, actually.
Now, in hindsight, you now look back at that and think that could have been done with any type of community that gave or yielded equal sense of,
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, look, I was a historian who had an interest in it. So,
sure.
I just kind of fell into, hey, met my wife there. So that was the one good thing.
Right. Yeah. And that's something that you can still hold on to because you've both graduated into this was a bunch of bullshit, but we got each other from it.
Oh, yeah. That's the thing. And plus, I mean, if I hadn't have actually gone through and did what I did, I couldn't be the atheist pastor. I'd just kind of be the atheist guy.
Yeah, you'd be like Oz.
Oh, I don't think anyone's that cool, but I'd try to be like Oz.
No, I tell you what, Oz pretty much was basically a pastor. His brother's full on pastor, but I mean, he did everything but actually become an actual pastor on paper. But he was almost there. I was the same. I never got ordained, but I think technically
well, not technically. With my qualifications, I could have been ordained, but yeah, reading the Bible will do funny things to you when you realize it's crap.
Yeah. You got to watch out for Aunt Jer right here. She, if you talk about delicacies that involve like anything chocolatey, maybe mixing savory and sweet things together, she'll delete your comment. She's a savage. So keep an eye out for her in the. Wait a minute, does she have a wrench? I remember. Oh, see,
No.
I was going to make her a mod, but she told me she's ruthless if you talk about cuisine in the chat. So,
what about if we talk about it with a sexy Bible verse?
Yeah, she can't mute your voice, but she'll take a comment away. So, I don't know about you, Nate. I like to create poetry about food in chat sometimes.
I like when you mix two pleasures together and then add the third with the Bible. So you get meat, fornication, and the Bible all together. Oh. Kind of like 1 Corinthians 6:13. That's a real hot verse.
Well, since we're on the subject of this, I know it's unusual because Chris and I are not bearing video evidence of oneself. In our spare time, Chris and I create poetry with our bodies quite often.
All the time.
Yeah, we do interpretive dance with, although we no longer adhere to anything theistic, we actually take the anointing oil that you find in most churches. I mail it to him. We get it from a church in Louisiana. And we stream through the Zoom platform. We use Zoom, no particular reason. We just like the name. And there's no audio. It's complete silence. It's a form of meditation. It's like a form of catharsis. And we make wonderful poetry with simple body movements, and it's fantastic. And Chris, I want to say he's so eloquent.
Look, there's nothing like getting oiled up and burning some of that incense in a rhythmic manner.
Yeah, very reptilian, Chris. I don't know where you get those reptilian moves. It's very native to some of the parts of where you're from. I think it's indicative of your country.
It's just how we roll down under.
A lot of serpents down there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, lots of talking ones too.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of belly movement.
Oh yeah, and his upper body stays completely still, and I don't know how he can get his pelvis to do that. It's like a venomous snake. It's fantastic.
Does he curl his tail up the same way for you?
No, I haven't seen that.
Get the rattle going. I
haven't seen that.
I'm sorry. Is that just for me, Chris?
Well, I'm saving it for a special occasion for him. We can't let everything out at once. You got to build up to these things.
Yeah, it's like some like Kama Sutra type thing. It's a prolonged,
but sexier and with the Bible.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and see, they must have hacked in. See, Grumpy's hacked into. This is one of Grumpy's other screen names. He's hacked into our account because he knows Chris's nickname. That's actually Chris's safe word.
Snakehead.
No, that's what I say when I want you to go further.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, the reverse of the safe word.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Got it. Let's see. Here we go. What's this one right here? I meant to put LOL after my comment. Wait, let me see. Where was the comment at? See, no hair is German, and this here it's like a hybrid of English and German together. This go ahead and read it, Nate, in her accent. Read it in her accent.
Her accent?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, BC, that's so much Peter.
That's just some King James English.
It is. It is King James. They say it's beater, but they pronounce it Bioda over there.
Oh. Was the BC for before Christ?
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's right.
That's why you would want to put a LOL on it.
She used to be Mama Bay used to be a Jehovah's Witness, right?
I believe that's correct.
Yeah. Big ups to her for leaving that cult. Talk about cults. You know, seriously, there's some, there's like, for lack of a better term, there's like regular Christianity, and then there's like some of these like offshoots, like Mormonism and
Hovendism.
Yeah, Hof can't Hof it. That's my alter ego.
Is there a new challenge? The Hofit challenge? Instead of the Busset challenge, it's the Hofit challenge?
Oh, no, we all know that Pastor Mike is secretly Kent Hovind.
Yeah, that's why I can't show myself because, I mean, come on. I do a real good job with the voice, the voice control, but how can I haven't got time to full prosthetics and all that every day.
Right.
And I was thinking about Dr. Pastor Mike, but then that's just too much of a dead giveaway then. They put the doctors together and
Just keep those bright Hawaiian shirts away, okay?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
They're too sexy even for this sexy stream.
Yeah. Don't get me started on evolution on this stream because I know everything there is to know about.
Well, it's just a made-up claim.
Yeah. But Noah's Ark, though, totally true.
Yeah, they found it somewhere. I read it somewhere once. So it's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
On the internet.
They found his body and did tests on it. His skeleton, 900 years old. His bones.
Yep. 100%.
Yep. Special proteins in the bones. 949 and a half years old. He was almost 950 for the day. Yep.
And they found him inside a tent, naked and passed out. So you know that's Noah.
Spoon in his son Shem's skeleton.
Yeah.
It was real strange. It was a strange.
Was there a banana in there?
No, that's not Kent Hovind. That's the Australian guy. That's
Whoa, hang on a second. Ray Comfort is from New Zealand.
Oh, is he New Zealand? I'm sorry.
I knew you would get docked on that.
We are responsible for Ken Ham. Okay, we'll own up to Ken Ham. Mind you, he tried to pull his shit here and it didn't work. So we had to send him to America. But no, Ray Comfort is not one of us.
Yeah, I thought this tent might have had a whole conglomerate of all these guys.
Yeah,
with the bones.
Yeah,
possibly.
It's funny. I just committed the same thing that I get somewhat aggro myself. If somebody's not familiar with the different accents in the UK, they'll be like, "Oh, all you guys sound the same." I'm like, "Well, that's not true." And obviously, there's a difference between different parts of Australia sound different, but then there's a distinct difference between the New Zealand and Australia. But I just stereotyped.
Well, in Australia, we've really got two accents. It's bogan and not bogan.
Right.
And really, it's bogans are. You can be a bogan in any part of Australia.
Ian Davenport says, hey, easy on the Australians. Easy, guys. Take it easy.
Look, you don't have to take it that easy because Australia's not real anyway. I mean, everyone knows it.
Yeah.
We're just made up. We're
actually unicorns are?
We're the unicorns, yeah.
Yeah.
All of them, yep.
Hey, mate. Hey, take it easy, mate. Hey, fucking calm down. It's like I even read it like, hey, take it easy, mate. Calm down.
That wasn't too bad. That was almost acceptable. You just got to swear a little bit more, really, to get the Australian accent going.
It's just the sarcastic cadence, mate. It's the sarcastic cadence, is what it is, mate. But it's also similar to the English or British cadence. Accent's different.
See, in Australia, we'd never ever use the word cadence.
No, you wouldn't, because it's
and unless it was preceded by fucking.
Yeah. Yep.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Just look, if you swear a lot, people would just think you've got an Australian accent. Doesn't matter how you sound.
Well, the Welsh they have some really strange dialect. They do this thing where when they ask questions, it's like a strange way of getting to it. Like, for example, if we're out somewhere and you picked up your coat or something, I could say, like, whose coat is that jacket? They say, whose coat is that jacket then? But whose coat is that jacket then?
See, when it comes to the Welsh, I just love the name of some of the towns. It'll take you about 3 years to pronounce them, but there are some pretty cool town names.
Yeah. They there's obviously they have that extremely long one that it sounds great when Americans pull it up. There's one YouTube video of some like weatherman in America that pulls it up and reads it or whatever, which is fantastic. But there's like a bunch of them, and usually in Wales you'll have the English name for the town, like Swansea, for example, is the English term, and then they'll have the correct name underneath it. So everywhere you go, road signs will be in English and Welsh. Just be like Swansea, Abertawe, Neath, Castellnedd, Merthyr Tydfil, and then they'll have all these different Cardiff, Cardiff, all these different terminologies and things. It's pretty cool.
So, is there a lot of lost people there since they're confused by all the road names?
Tourists, if you ever want to venture there, so you don't really see too many. Maybe in the city, like in the capital, maybe Cardiff, Swansea, maybe, but not in the small towns. Everyone knows where they're going.
It's like Cheers. Everyone knows everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, and unlike Australia, where it's so humongous and there's hardly any land where it's lived in, the UK is tiny and heavily lived in, and same with the States, quite populated. You could look at the size of Australia and then look where it's actually populated,
Well, in all fairness, we do have a couple of really, really big deserts right in the middle.
Huge deserts with like insects that could kill you with just looking at you.
Oh, it's not the insects you worry about; it's everything.
Everything else.
If it's not trying to kill you, you're suspicious of it. The drop bears are the worst. So long as you avoid the drop bears, you're fine.
Right. Absolutely. What did Grumpy say? The Book of Mormon is King James Version fan fiction. Exactly. That is true, Grumpy. That is true. Definitely.
I thought the Book of Mormon was the true book. I thought that was real. Because Joseph Smith was an honorable kind of guy who never committed fraud.
Yeah. Why did they believe that guy?
Probably for the same reason there's people who think the earth is flat.
So if Grumpy had put an S at the end of this thing right here, that's where my grandmother was born, Astrid Gunlice. She was actually born there. That's in South Wales, in Swansea.
Looks very easy to pronounce.
Yeah. Well, you got to sound it out, really, because it's Astrad to the D, and then Gunlice. And there's an S at the end of that. It's a little town in Wales. Now that's
police.
Every so often you'll find a little old town in Wales that is Welsh speaking as the first language, but it's not like that much in most of Wales. It's kind of like Ireland. I think most of the Celtic countries there, they speak English majority based.
Well, we think they do. We can't understand what they're saying half the time. We just assume they are.
Yeah. Ireland is really difficult to, when they're speaking in their slang.
Well, the Irish are just always drunk, so assume it's a slur.
Yeah, you get a lot of Brits and Irish vacationing over there, or doing the long term like work visas and stuff, right?
Yeah, we do. I guess we try and do the reverse of what happened a couple of 100 years ago, where they bought all the English here on a boat. Now we try and send the English back, but doesn't always seem to work.
See you later, Joan. Thank you. Joan always comes in with the cool comments on our videos after they post. She's awesome.
Joan is awesome.
Yeah, she is.
Joan is cool.
We never usually see her doing live streams because I guess the time difference, but whenever we post a video, she has some awesome comments that come afterwards. I always enjoy reading her comments. And Grumpy just posted that really long name. Here we go. Let me get that pulled up. That's actually a town in Wales. Llangfair, Pwllgwynwyth, Llongiri, Chwndrwb, Boedllant, Goch. That's all I know. When you see two L's together like that, it makes a sound, which is weird. Almost like a TH sound. Almost like you'd make. It's like a variant of a TH sound you'd make. So it's not a prolonged L sound. It doesn't really make an L sound in the Welsh language.
Because there are a lot of L's in there.
Yeah. The double L's together is almost like a different letter. They use it for a different noise. It makes a different noise that you would make.
That's
like when you're excited.
Yeah, you spit at a lot of people when you say it. They're gonna want the news, not the weather.
Or is that just the excuse you use for spitting at people?
Right. What has he got? St. Mary's Church. St. Mary's Church in the hollow of the White Hazel near the Rapid Whirlpool, and the Church of St. Cecilio of the Red Cave.
Sounds like something the Freemasons would say.
Oh, I'm from San Antonio, Texas, but I was raised in Wales for 20 years. I lived in Wales for 20 years, from a baby to like early 20s. Nate raised me. Nate's my caregiver.
Yeah. We're gonna have to get to your meds in the next 45 minutes or so.
Yep, exactly. I have
pointless.
to take...
They don't work. We know they don't work.
He doesn't know that.
You guys are giving me placebo.
He didn't know that.
I'm the guy from Misery. I'm the guy in the bed. God damn it,
James Caan.
Yeah, I'm James Caan. I'm the dad from Elf.
Those are the only two roles that anyone knows him from, right? Is Misery and Elf.
Right.
The two spectrums.
Hang on, Elf or Alf?
Remember that show?
Alien.
Man.
Yeah, alien life form. Alf.
Hey, Chris, have you ever been to the States?
No, not yet.
Are you thinking about it?
Well, if the border's open, we'll be heading over next year.
Oh, for real? That's you and the whole family, or just you and the missus?
I'll have to take the family because everyone wants to visit the Ark Encounter, so I can't deny the kids that.
Get the hell out of here! Not in the blue. You're just bullshitting. You're not bringing it. No. How old are your kids?
10, 6, and 4.
Well, I could see you making some kind of funny video with your 10-year-old, but you wouldn't subject your youngsters to that.
Actually, you know what? I think the 6-year-old would have a lot of fun. I think he would just. He's a very intelligent kid. And he's obsessed with the US. He actually can at 6 years of age he can tell you every single state and its capital in alphabetical order in the US. He's obsessed with America. If we want him to be good, we tell him that if he doesn't eat his dinner, for instance, then we won't be going to America next year.
Mhm.
And he eats that dinner. So he's just obsessed with America. So there's a lot of places. I think he's actually planning the trip for us, but Kentucky is somewhere he did want to go to. He wanted to drive up through Kentucky towards Lake Michigan, he tells me. So I'm like, if I'm going to Kentucky, I'm going to the Ark Encounter because there's just some gold there. We could all meet there. We could have a big atheist catch up.
Only if we meet up at the Best Western.
Golly, they do a nice continental.
Yeah.
If you come into town, just tell me. I'll make it happen. We got a couple of weeks here. Let me look at the calendar. Let me pull up my Atheist calendar here. I got an You guys downloaded the Atheist calendar to Windows? I'll send you the link. There's an Atheist calendar. I'll have to send you the link.
Are all the months the same?
Yeah, they're all the same. It's just an Atheist version. It just says December 25th. It doesn't say Christmas. Let me see.
But then how will Santa know to bring the presents?
Oh, it's got GPS on it. It's even so he comes to your house faster. It asks like, are you what's your religious preference? And if you put none of the above, he just comes faster.
Oh, excellent.
And you can pay for faster shipping.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That works.
Let's see. Okay, so 1, 2. So in about 1.5 weeks. So 1 week. Well, yeah, about 1.5 weeks, almost 2 weeks. The whole gang is coming to town. I live about 30 minutes away from this spot in Georgia where T-Jump is having a debate, and he's got like a kind of like a mini TED talk on epistemology. And it's like a back-to-back 4th and 5th of Feb, and I'm gonna shoot the thing. I'm gonna record it, and then on the 5th I'll stream the debate. You know the modern day debate guy James? He got that YouTube channel.
Yeah.
He put together a debate on the 5th for Tom, and all the Tart crew are finally gonna get together. I say that because we've met before, but we haven't had Murder Shed Steve join us. So he's coming in from Minnesota.
Is that safe?
We're all making sure we touch base with local authorities first, and we're going to be streaming live. So if anything does happen, it's going to be right there on camera. So you guys might have footage of something pretty cool that goes down.
Yeah. Did he get his own Airbnb?
He did.
Good.
Well, funnily enough, in all seriousness, when we fly in, we're actually planning on flying into Atlanta. So there'll definitely be a beer or two, I think, to be had.
Yeah, I'm kind of like in the middle of like between there. I'm close to the airport. Well, they say Atlanta. I actually live closer to the airport than I do the city of Atlanta.
We're going to be, we're visiting a friend who lives in the outskirts of Atlanta. And we had, I don't know, jokingly spoken about going up to Kentucky, but I think the reality is we'll probably go to Florida and do all the theme parks for the kids.
Oh, sweet. Well, it's not too far of a drive. You can be in Orlando from where I live in about 4.5 hours.
What about via Alabama? Because, I mean, Dinosaur Adventureland, if that's on the way, I mean, your Kent Hovind's compound, your compound, it'd be good to visit.
Well, hold on. Let me just make sure. I'm gonna make sure I mute the whole stream. Hold on.
Okay, Chris, can you hear me?
I've got you. Yeah.
I just muted the whole stream. Okay, so obviously I am Kent Hovind. Okay. You know this, man. Come on. So what I'll do is I'll open up the whole park to just you. Fuck that Nate guy. That Nate guy, he's still a Christian.
I thought so. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Clearly.
I only put on this whole bunch of bullshit because clearly nobody is going to be as dumb as a Christian as the Cantover character that I portray. You know what I'm saying? So what I'll do is I'll open up the compound for just you and your kids. You guys come on in. We'll totally make fun of Nate the entire time, right?
I thought we were making fun of Nate now.
Well, yeah. Well, I'll show you the pictures of him. I got cameras in the shower. He was over here last weekend showering. He's got micro penis. I'll show you all that stuff.
Oh, I know. He sends me dick pics all the time. It's
He does.
concerning. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. He's actually got this really rare condition of like he's growing an actual female breast on his butt cheek. I don't know how that happened, but anyway, that's a whole nother story. I'll get you tickets to a Def Leppard concert.
Oh,
We can
no,
go down there too. You can leave the kids. I got a nanny. We can go down there. We can get shit faced, and then we can come back and act like we're cool again, right? Let me bring you back into the stream on.
Yeah. So Nate, what do you think, man?
Yeah, I thought we were just on a break.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
I was just sending some texts and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I'm back. What did I miss?
Oh, I was just fixing some audio issues.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was doing that thing, with the stuff.
Yeah. Oh, Nate,
I hate it when that happens.
Nate, you left all your camera gear in my crib last weekend when you came down and showered.
Do I need to come get that, or are you gonna bring it to me?
I'll send it back up there. I got you, man.
Okay. Are you sure you don't want me to come back down there?
You can. Yeah. You can. You can come back down there. Yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
I'll have Barbara whip up some of those pancakes that you like.
Excellent.
With those little micro raisins, the micro.
Yeah, the real small ones.
With little teeny tiny,
like flat.
When you like those little teeny tiny mushrooms that go with them.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Just be careful. The word micro could trigger.
Yeah. The little teeny tiny little things. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like a plan.
Yeah, but anyway, you are an atheist, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just checking. Just checking. Hey, but anytime you need to come down for a shower, I know things that you're going through that phase where you like to shower in other people's home. So
yeah, that's why I drove 10 hours.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so I can shower.
Mm-hmm. And I got that. I got that high. What's it called? Waterfall shower thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good water pressure. Yeah.
It's a good. Yeah, it's a nice shower, to be honest with you. Yeah.
Can I bring my dog this time?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
She loves a good waterfall shower. So.
Why wouldn't you not? Why would you not bring your dog?
Ooh, I don't know.
And just before we chop this stream off and head over to Chris Atlee's house for some atheist pancakes. And Chris, wait a minute, it's 4:00. What time is it with you over there, bud?
8 p.m.
8 p.m. So
8 p.m.
Hey, the kiddos getting ready for bed. You what you got going on over there?
Well, you see, it's probably lucky that I'm in here because I think Mrs. Pastor's getting them all ready for bed. Although she was, I did notice she was lurking in the chat before. So, so I think she's getting the kiddies ready for bed. But to be honest, I'm just sitting back enjoying a Canadian club because it's Saturday night, and yeah, it's Saturday night.
Was Mrs. Pastor in the chat again?
Yeah, that's Lissy Lou.
Oh, Lissy Lou is that's your Mrs. Pasta.
That's Mrs. Pasta, yeah.
That's your.
That's
so
my
this
Mrs. Pasta.
this is This right here is the official Mrs. Atlee right here.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, so long as she behaves herself. I mean, you know, it's
You can keep the
You
title.
couldn't tell by the cursing up front there? Hell
Well-
yes, not just a yes.
Well, I'm a little bit disappointed because I mean, Australians do like to curse a little bit better than that, but I think she's just keeping it tame for the international audience.
Hey, wait a minute, Pasta, you let no hair in your shower too?
Yeah, absolutely. She said, because her and I have the same barber, obviously. And she's like, how do you feel about two baldies in the shower? I was like, come on in, let's go. And turns out that I'm taller than her. So I feel that I was
a little bit.
I won. I felt the water first. Yep. So it's true what they
Yep.
say. Yep.
Is there some kind of phrase that I should know about?
What if you're bald, you know it's raining first. I think that's the old.
Oh, okay.
It's in. I think it's in. I think it's in Titus. So you really got to get into the hermeneutics for that to really get to understand it. Yeah, and it was the guy who sent the bears after those boys that wrote it.
Yeah, he was a nice guy, wasn't he? One of the many heroes of the Bible.
Yeah, I was just thinking the other day. I was, because this is, I'll end this on a true story. This is honestly, I know I talk a bunch of shit, but this is a true story. So
everything we've been talking has been true. What are you talking about?
Oh no, tonight tonight's been an open book, but every other night I talk a bunch of shit. But tonight, so I'll end on a true story. So a few years back, I was late night. Everything's late night for me because of my hours, but I was late night grocery shopping, and the grocery store I was in was completely dead. And I'm minding my own business. I got earphone or earbuds in, and out of nowhere, these teenagers just kind of popped up in like the veg section of the fruit and veg section, and they kind of startled me. In fairness, so that kind of got me, a little bit like whoa. I was like, who the fuck are these guys? I was like, who the are these guys? Damn it! But when I realized it was just 4 or 5 high school kids, I was just like, all right, whatever. Well, then they were like jumping around and like disrespecting the store, basically, and like throwing the baked goods and the kumquats and all this shit all over the place. And one of them started drinking a drink from the thing. And normally like, oh, he can drink it and he's going to go pay for it when he's done. No, he just drank it and put the can like right there. And I thought, God, I'm going to be one of these guys. I felt like this thing going up over me. Like I could feel myself having no control. Or I'm like, I'm going to be one of these dads that goes and tells on these kids, and obviously I didn't want to do that. So I stopped walking, and they're just following me now. And I'm like, golly. And they start throwing like loaves of bread like they're playing football. They're like, and I'm like, are they even shopping? Like, what are they doing? So I ignored them the best I could. And then I get to the checkout, the self-checkout things. And there's one lady working, because it's about 3:00 in the morning. And there's one lady working. And as I'm ringing these things up, they're being loud and obnoxious to this lady. So I finally turn around, and before I could even say anything, one of them bucks up and says, "Shut up, old man. What are you going to do?" And I actually laughed because I thought, whoa, like, wow, like I don't get where the confidence comes from. It's absurd. So I just looked at the lady and said, these guys are a nightmare. I said, I'm not going to mention anything, but why are they even in here? And then she says, well, this one, she points to one, this one works here. And I said, well, that just makes it worse. And I walk outside, and they'd covered my truck in white yogurt covered raisins, and it was in the summertime, so that shit had like melted into my windscreen, and at the time I had a black truck, so it like, and I thought to myself, at no given time would I have sent some bears after these boys to maul and kill them, as much as they got on my nerves the entire time. And one of them did say, you bald, something bald, he mentioned me being bald or whatever.
Baldy, yeah.
I think if I can remember correct, he was like,
"You handsome bald bastard, fuck handsome guy." I think he said that.
See, this is where the Bible had it right. I mean, if you could send the bears after them, they wouldn't have made it to be shits of teenagers. You could have shopped in peace. You need Jesus in your life.
Yeah, well, I think it's something. It cracks me up when I think about that verse, because I'm like, I've had nightmare teenagers harass me and get on my nerves, where I'm like, I think they're doing it because they're like, look at this big dude right here. We can, because he's not going to, what's he going to do? He's not going to do anything. He'll go straight to jail, which is true, because, a 300-pound man, like I couldn't do anything to like 120-pound 18-year-old kid. Even if it's four of them, I could like swat one of them, and the wave of my arm would knock them all down. So it'd be like, woo woo, police sirens, and then, sir, come with me. Who are they going to believe, right? So I'm like, the best I could do is wish some grizzly bears on them to maul and kill them, But
you should have prayed.
You read that passage, and you're like, that's what used to teach people in the Iron Age. It's like, you want to don't call your elders names, especially bald.
It sounds like just one of those stories that you tell kids that kind of just went a bit too far and made it into a holy book. It's like if you don't eat your carrots, you'll have bad eyesight, or if you keep playing with yourself, you'll go blind.
Or along those lines, you call someone a name, you get mauled by bears.
They pull out all the stops with that verse. 2 Kings or whatever it is. It's like, he went up to Bethel. He walked up to Bethel, and he's like, "Hey, Baldy, how dare you boys? Bears, eat them."
I wonder could that be a sexy Bible verse?
It could be. Depends on which way you're looking at it. Now, would I have been disappointed if like a ladder, or like if something had fallen on one of those boys? No, I would have been like, look, I might have just walked out smiling. But bears, though, kind of, it's a little bit overkill,
Well, it's it was different times, and I guess
yeah, the context thing. Yeah.
It's like my favorite still Samson, when Samson lost a bet where he had to get 100 items of clothing. That's so right. Rather than just going and buying 100 items of clothing, he went and killed 100 people just so he could satisfy the bet.
That's right.
And hero of the Bible.
Boom. Samson.
He won the bet.
Well, the moral of the story is, he stuck to his word and he honored his bet.
You got to give him that credit. Yeah, you got to give him credit.
He didn't have the money to buy the clothes, so he went and he killed 100 people, took their clothes, and honored the bet. I mean, what a great guy. I mean, I think we can all learn from the example of Samson.
Yeah, I want to go all out and say he was pretty sweet. He was a sweet fella.
I think so. I mean, Delilah obviously thought so.
Yeah. The Bible's got some interesting folks. Let's agree to disagree. There's some interesting folks in that Bibes.
It's definitely some interesting people. It's I guess we can have a little bit of warm and fuzzy feelings, knowing that most of it isn't true. So So all those people that says were massacred.
Most.
Yeah, it's more likely that Alderaan was destroyed by the Death Star than the Earth was flooded. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Some of that stuff. Come on now. Really.
Well, there's a lot of evidence for Alderaan. I mean, I've seen pictures.
There's probably more than 500 folks that believe in it too, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think so.
Well in Australia, a couple of censuses ago, because really in Australia we've just got nothing better to do.
Right.
There was a big push for Jedi to everyone to just write in Jedi in the religion part, and Jedi technically is a legally recognized religion in Australia because it passed the threshold for enough people writing it in the census. In fact, I think Jedi is technically bigger than a lot of the mainstream religions, because once again we just had nothing better to do.
I think I'm going to go with Jedi then from now on.
Yeah, you just got to watch out for those Sith. I mean, but they're all in New Zealand, so
yeah. The New Zealand Siths, I've heard of them.
Yeah, like Ray Comfort and a few guys like that.
Goddamn. Didn't Australia come up with the Pastafarian religion as well?
Probably.
I think they did. I think Australia are responsible for the spaghetti monster.
Well, we have a rule here. If we didn't invent it, we'll still claim it if we can. We need something to keep us in. We're stuck down here with no one to hang out with. China's up north and they don't like us. New Zealand's like our annoying little brother. You
just have all those kangaroos out there.
Well, see, it's the emus you got to watch here. We actually Australia did go to war with emus. The Great Emu War was actually a thing where Australia went to war with the emus, and the emus won. And if you think I'm shitting you, just look it up. The Great Emu War. Oz? Is that you? Yes.
Did Oz visit Pound Town too much today?
Oz, get out of my ass, man. What are you doing? Get down.
God damn it, Oz. He's always trying to do something, man.
Deep dive.
No, hey, Oz was up for like 48 hours. He had to take a sleeping pill to get his ass to bed. Hey, I do have this thing though where
Hey, does it sound like I'm in a chapel? Hey, maybe not.
I don't even know what a chapel sounds like anymore, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's been so long.
It's the Judaism based on the Big Lebowski.
No, would it have been a chapel or a church where you went, Chris?
It was a church. It was a church.
So what differentiates between a chapel and a church?
Well, a chapel's more something that's attached to. It's not an official church, but it's more attached to an existing building. Like, so you'd have a chapel in a hospital, or where I was studying theology and ministry. There was a chapel there that we're all expected to go to because, well, it's Bible college. But then a church is like it's its own entity.
So who makes the most money?
Pentecostal pastors.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Them Pentecostals.
Oh yeah, if you're going to be a pastor, learn that prosperity doctrine, because that's some good shit.
Well, on that note, and speaking of Tokyo, let's wrap this up. And Chris Atlee, thank you, man, for joining us tonight, because I wanted to get sexy with that Bible.
Who doesn't want to get sexy with the Bible?
Yeah, I'm gonna come onto your show and read out some sexy stuff.
I'd be upset if
Neat
you
Dog, thank you for coming on as well, brother.
Hey, thanks for having me. It's always about getting sexy with the Bible.
You are one motherfucker, dude.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Have that shower ready for me.
But Chris, I've got the link in the description here. If anybody wants to hop on over to Chris Atlee's channel, which is Atheist Pastor, he's got some cool live streams. He usually fills up his live stream with a whole plethora of cool characters from the secular YouTube community. And Jay from the Nethermore Tavern.
Yeah,
No,
he's our token Buddhist.
yeah, I was going to say Jay's got an interest in.
He's just so damn entertaining.
Yeah,
well, see, Jay's interesting. When I first met Jay, he was a secular Buddhist, so he liked the teachings, but he didn't actually follow any of the spiritual stuff. But he's kind of been on this weird journey from hanging out with atheists, where he's starting to become spiritual. So it's just like, okay. That's weird, but we have scheduled a stream. I think it's about 11 months away. It's called the Deconversion of Jay, and we've already told Jay that's where he's going to come out as an atheist, whether he likes it or not.
Oh,
we got 11 months to work on him.
I wonder what I mean, because Buddhism, they don't really adhere to a God belief. It's more of like a spirituality type of deal, right?
I think it depends. I think it's there's a number of different versions. So there's some that are secular. It's because it's an offshoot of Hinduism. So really, you could have quite a number of gods in there. But yeah, it's different. I guess it's different to what we're used to in the Western world.
I haven't really had a chance to chat with Mr. Jay. I'd love to chat with him.
Actually, he's just popped into the chat.
There's Jay.
He's here. See, he's like Beetlejuice. If you say his name 3 times, he appears.
What if you say it in a bathroom mirror? What happens then?
He'll appear behind you and kill you.
In the bathroom. Yeah, in the bathroom. Yeah, because
and if you do it in Pastor Mike's bathroom, because he's got the shower cam set up, we can get the whole thing and live stream it.
Yeah, I got. Oh, you didn't know about that, Nate?
I wasn't meant to say anything, was I? Yeah.
And oddly enough,
so there is no shower cam.
Yeah,
there is no shower cam.
And it's actually a macro lens, so it zooms in really big. It makes things look really big too. It's like
I'm grateful for that. I am so grateful for that, because it's
what's the date on that again? What's the date on that?
It was the 21st. Yeah,
I'm just can't believe that I didn't know about that.
Yeah. So you don't got anything to say about that then?
I'm just disappointed that I didn't know.
Hey, I didn't see you use any soap. In what do you wash with?
You had a loofah in there that had some green film something on there, so I used that.
Okay.
What was on that?
It's probably best you don't know.
Yeah, it's not my loofah.
It looked like lettuce or something.
Yes.
Were you eating in your shower again?
Yeah, it's not my house. It's not even my house. So, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. In fact, I don't even remember you coming over the weekend, so I don't know whose house you're in.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Did you knock? Is the question.
You had told me just to come in whenever I came down, so maybe it was Jeff's house.
It might have been Jeff's house. Hey, big shout out to Loki in the chat. Loki, the neighborhood gnome, the neighborhood Scottish gnome, Loki,
the god of hangovers.
Yeah, cool fella, the Lokester. Grumpy's alter ego, Loki. What do you say? Say Cool Whip, Mama. Well, Grumpy Cuss, No Hair Mama Bear, the sexual deviance of the group, and Jay just showed up. So Jay, much love, brother. Sorry that we're ending the stream, but we shall return soon. I'm going to hop into Chris's stream one day. We'll do one of those sexy atheist Bible verse things that he does. I like it.
Oh yeah. See, I think you should. I think you should be honest with Jay. I mean, we were going to keep going, but when we saw that Jay showed up, we just went, no, that Jay guy. We can't have him, trolling the chat. He'll ruin it all.
Yeah, I see the private chat, the private message you sent and said, "Quick, let's get out of here."
Yeah, it's we need to end it. It'll end bad. Like you thought Motorshed Steve was bad. I mean, oh man, Jay. I mean, the things that happened in that Nevermore Tavern. Wow.
Is he really that bad?
Oh well, maybe worse.
I didn't know. I honestly didn't know to be. Hey, again, hold on. I'm going to make sure that nobody else can hear this, Chris.
Can you hear me, Chris?
I've got you. Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, I got you. So, I heard Buddhists they're basically a bunch of wimps.
Everything you've heard is true, but don't say it to them because they'll go into a rage. You've seen that. You've seen the Buddhist monks, the Shaolin monks. If you fuck with one, they send the Shaolin monks after you. You do not want to do that. Just if you see Jay, just smile and nod. I mean, we've been trying to get rid of him for ages, but we're afraid he will send the monks after us.
Oh, is that it? That day you called me and said, "Hey, ignore Jay the way he looks on screen. He's actually a big sissy girl." Is that what you mean? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got you. So it's all like an act, like a front.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Nate totally can't hear us right now. That Rubik's Cube is a hiding place for his weed. There's it's not even a real Rubik's Cube. And
I heard that.
And he has halitosis as well. I know that has nothing to do with the stream. I just wanted to tell you about that.
It's good. You need to know these things. You really do need to know these things.
Yeah. And that's a picture of my family that he has behind him. I don't know why. I'm not sure why he has that.
We all have that picture.
Oh, it got sent around.
Yeah. Oz sends it out every Christmas.
God damn it. Anyway, on.
Oh, okay. So Nate. Oh yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. So Jay Nevermore Tavin's in the thing. Real tough guy. Does MMA and really cool guy. He's going to be. If you want to link up with him, it sounds like you and him have a lot in common. Is what Chris was telling me backstage.
I just want to say that Jay is a really cool and tough and strong person, and he is not a wimp in any way. And
no wimp.
And I really like him lots and lots.
Yeah.
Thus saith the Lord.
Yep.
Sounds cool, man. Sounds like a cool guy.
Yeah.
Oh, completely.
And go. In fact, go over to Jay's channel, the Nevermore Tavern, and hit the like and subscribe button twice when you get over there.
Yeah, once to subscribe, so he gets an alert that you've subscribed and he won't come after you, and then you can unsubscribe really quickly after. You'll never know.
Yep.
Yeah, double down on that.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
You got to, and he's a big fan of. He likes Australia too, doesn't he, Chris?
Everyone likes Australia. I mean, who wouldn't like Australia? I mean, it's the coolest place in the world.
Oh, everyone who knows Nate knows he hates Australia.
Well, there's one in every group, I guess.
Yeah,
it's probably because he's got friends in the emu community.
Well, that's one reason. But also, when Nate was a Christian, his go-to argument was God put Australia at the bottom because it was the ball sack of his choices of countries. That's what Nate used to say.
Well, there's a reason that it's called Down Under, isn't it?
All I told you was that I don't really care for the Crocodile Dundee 2 movie. That's all I said.
He did.
Took it
That
way
was,
out of
that was another
context.
thing that he said. He did say
That's okay. That's okay. We didn't care for Crocodile Dundee 1, so
that. For the first
that did more damage to our country than anything.
Hey, well, hold on. How old were you when Crocodile Dundee first hit, Chris? Oh, man.
What did it come out in the early 80s?
Yeah, I think it was like 80, was it 84 maybe?
84, 85, something like that.
Well, I would have been about 3 then. I was
That's not
born
a
81,
knife.
yeah.
That's not a knife, he said.
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
Yeah.
Was it? That's not a knife.
I got to admit, that was one of my favorite movies at the time when it came out.
We kind of banned him from the country after he did that whole
Is he
shrimp
dead
on the
yet?
Barbie thing. It's like as soon as because we don't call it shrimp, and forever we've had like Americans coming over going, "Gonna put some shrimp on the Barbie, eh?" And it's terrible fucking Australian accent, and we just look at them and go, "They're not fucking shrimps, they're prawns. Now fuck off."
Yeah, exactly. And when Jim
So
Carrey did that,
we banned him from the country for that, and for also not paying taxes for a long time. That he kind of ran away after that.
and people don't realize that when Jim Carrey did that, it was like he was being sarcastic and doing satire, in that thing, because he was like saying that.
No, we've had Americans for years who come over and do that, and I'll get in conversations and I'll hear shrimp on the Barbie, and it's just I want to reach through and start wars.
Yeah, and little they know, like they're trying to be funny as Jim Carrey, but Jim Carrey was being funny, making fun of the whole fact that she was from Austria, and he's like, "Oh,
Yes.
I'm a dumbass." So he's being a dumbass on purpose. But anyway, gotta love Jim Carrey. Shout out to Jim Carrey. He's usually in the chat. He's a big fan of the channel, so he's usually
Well, that's Jay. Jay's
Oh,
actually-
right.
Oh, is it Jay that
yeah.
doubles up as Jim Carrey?
Yeah.
Paul Hogan is 81, says Grumpy Old Cuss. Golly.
Huh.
Yeah.
And he's probably thinking about it. He's doing a Clint Eastwood right now, or a Stallone, where he's like, I think I got one more in me.
Well, he just brought out a new show on Netflix, or a new movie on Netflix, where he plays himself.
What? Who? Paul Hogan?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. Seriously, I saw it pop up in my recommended things on Netflix. I was like, seriously, like John Cleese is in it. I'm sort of looking at it, going like, really, Paul Hogan? Like, he was briefly funny back in the 70s, and he did those movies that destroyed Australia's reputation, and then we kind of kicked him out. And
Something that you would be interested in.
Yeah, it has
For
like a funny
Netflix.
effect, right, Nate? It has like that effect where he does well in other countries, but at the detriment of his own country.
yeah, it's pretty much it. It's it's a bit like Ken Ham. It's Ken Ham. He's universally hated here, but beloved in America. So I mean, hey, we sent him over as a practical joke. I mean, he was like he was the funniest stand-up guy in Australia, and you all gave him like a couple of $100 million to build a Noah's Ark. We're all just sitting back going, "Holy shit, they fell for it." They actually went ahead and did it. So,
What about your other boy? Hold on, you got he died as well, but Steve Irwin, was giving Australia some shit for a while, and now you're the Hemsworth triplets.
Well, it's the Hemsworths, I think, have done a lot for Australia. Every time I see a picture of Thor, I often remind people that the best looking people in the world are Australian blokes called Chris, who are in their 30s. So
Yeah, I think you're holding on. You got like a year left now.
yeah, well, a bit under a year, but who's counting really? Who's
Yeah,
counting?
come on up into the naughty. Get out of the dirty 30s and come up into the naughty 40s, Chris. You're almost there, buddy.
Well, we're getting there. I've still got a little bit of being young and wild, so it's.
More Bible reading to do, huh?
Let me lower my mic boom here real quick. I know it sounds like I'm slapping my belly, but it's actually my dog I'm slapping, right? So just so that you guys.
So, sorry, what was that you're slapping? I mean, I know we've been reading some sexy Bible, but
well,
This dog.
yeah, I'm slapping dog, boy. I got this.
yeah.
This is no bullshit. I got a beautiful Australian Shepherd named Leo. He's a 10-year-old Aussie. He's a beautiful boy. Not that they're really not even Australian. They just got named that.
Leo is such an Australian name too. I mean, I could go to a pub here, and I reckon there'd be at least one Leo.
He's a beautiful boy. He's the bestest boy ever. He's actually right now telling me that he wants to go out, so I'm gonna have to take him. But he's a good boy, and he does. And when he barks, sometimes he goes, "G'day, fucker," and I'm like, "Get out of here, boy." Yeah, he does.
There's no beeps with that.
No, but he's full of like 80s shitty satire from Australia. Like that's what
Knife.
Yeah. He's like,
well. In all fairness, I mean, we're catching up. I mean, we're in the 90s now, I think. So
yeah. He's like, Sheila. I'm like, get out of here, buddy. Wallabies. I'm like, no, sir.
Tell him to go and get fucked.
Were Teletubbies from Australia?
No, they're
British.
No. They're fucking British.
Oh.
And hey, Teletubbies, my other dog, she passed now, bless her little heart, in a non-religious way. Her name was Lala, and she actually was named after a Teletubby, and she was an Australian Shepherd too. Well, anyway, gentlemen, let me get you out of here. But much love to you, fellas, and I'll end it on this.
That's some sexy music.
Why you always look so good with bad head? Why you always get everything that you ask for? Why am I the one bending over backwards? Trying to get attention, I already worked my ass off. Why does it always take time to make time? We just trying to take flight, fuck a passport. In my bag, I ain't even pack a bag yet. Always spend too much money at the airport. I swear giving no fucks make you care more. All these birds flocking around me like a scarecrow. We on the race for the money going barefoot. Think I'm gonna take a water break? Hell no. Need a new balance, I'm sliding right out the Velcro. Tread light and touchdown like a shell toe. I ain't living life in a cell phone. Shit move fast, but I hold on tight till you let go. Slow down, we are no coming soon.
And if you want to come back next week, holler at Nate Dogg. Slip into his DMs.
Ask him what he likes for Christmas.
Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Hop on over to Chris Atlee's channel. That's the Atheist Pastor. Nate hasn't got a channel yet, but he's welcome here at the Atheist Roundtable. He's going to be a regular soon. And everybody that joined the stream tonight, thank you. Thank you for indulging the three of us nut jobs.
Hey, Pasta.
Yeah, what's up, man?
When do I have to start buying all of you guys coffee and drinks all the time?
Say what?
When do I have to start buying all of you guys coffee and drinks to bribe my way in?
Last week. Yeah. Everybody, thank you so much. Except Jay from the Nevermore Tavern, because he believes in things that we don't. So we're a little bit biased. And so does Grumpy, because Grumpy thinks ghosts are real. Yeah, but we love Loki. Loki's our friend. He's cute and small. I want to put him in my pants. Oh, shit. I want to put him in my pants. I want to put him down my pants. When I have an itch, he can scratch it. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Yeah. One time.
Yeah. My name is Pasta Mike. I'm on the mic one time. I want to get little Loki. I want to ball him up and I want to put him up my butt with a ferret. I want him and a ferret and a gerbil, and I want to put them into my booty and I just go on a roller coaster for 2 hours.
I think you've had enough Bible for the night.
Oh, God damn it.
Sorry, guys. I don't know what came over me. I apologize, but thank you again
See,
for
this is why
joining the Atheist Roundtable. See you next time. Peace out.
Bye-bye.